I need your help, Okoro. My friend Ada. I want you to strike her with blindness. Okoro raised an eyebrow. Blindness? Why would you wish such a fate upon your friend? The sun was just beginning to peek over the horizon, casting a golden hue over the small village of Umudike. The birds were singing, and the morning air was crisp and fresh. Favour and Ada, best friends since they could remember, made their way to the stream to fetch water. The path was familiar, and they chatted animatedly as they walked, their laughter echoing through the trees. Ada, did you hear about Chike? He's been boasting about catching the biggest fish in the stream yesterday, Favour said, rolling her eyes. Ada laughed. Chike and his stories. I bet it was no bigger than his hand. They both laughed again, the sound of their joy mingling with the rustling leaves and the distant chatter of the villagers starting their day. As they reached the stream, Ada hesitated. Favour noticed her friend's sudden quietness and raised an eyebrow. What's on your mind, Ada? Ada took a deep breath, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Favour, I have some news. I wanted to tell you first. I got admission to the university. And not just that, I received a full scholarship. Favour's heart skipped a beat. She forced a smile, but a pang of jealousy gnawed at her insides. That's wonderful, Ada. I am so happy for you. Ada's face lit up with a wide smile. Thank you, Favour. I couldn't have done it without your support and encouragement. Favour nodded, her smile feeling more and more like a mask. She turned to fill her bucket, her mind swirling with thoughts. I should be happy for her, she told herself. I should be. As the days passed, Ada's departure drew closer. Favour found it increasingly hard to contain her jealousy. She was happy for her friend, truly, but each mention of the university and the scholarship felt like a knife twisting in her heart. Ada's last day in the village was filled with celebration. The whole community gathered to wish her well. Favour stood by her side, clapping and smiling, but her heart was heavy. After Ada left for the university, Favour's life felt empty. She missed her friend dearly, but more than that, she missed the camaraderie they shared. She couldn't help but feel that Ada had abandoned her. Months turned into years. Ada came back to the village during holidays, sharing stories of her new life, her studies, and her experiences. Each visit seemed to highlight the gap between them, widening the chasm that jealousy had created in Favour's heart. One afternoon, Ada returned to the village, her face glowing with pride. Favour, I have great news. I've graduated as a nurse, and I'm planning to travel abroad to work. Favour's heart sank. She forced a smile. That's amazing, Ada. You always achieve whatever you set your mind to. Ada hugged her tightly. Thank you, Favour. I couldn't have done it without your friendship. She couldn't take it anymore. The jealousy and resentment that had been building up over the years finally consumed her. She decided to seek help from Okoro, the village native doctor known for his powerful charms and potions. One evening, Favour made her way through the thick forest to Okoro's hut. The air was thick with the scent of herbs and smoke. She hesitated at the entrance, but her resolve was firm. She knocked on the wooden door, and it creaked open. Come in, a deep voice called from within. She stepped inside, her heart pounding. Okoro, an old man with piercing eyes, sat behind a wooden table cluttered with jars and bottles filled with mysterious substances. What brings you here, child? Okoro asked, his voice low and gravelly. She swallowed hard. I need your help, Okoro. My friend Ada. I want you to strike her with blindness. Okoro raised an eyebrow. Blindness? Why would you wish such a fate upon your friend? Her eyes filled with tears. She has everything, Okoro. She's going abroad to work, and I'm stuck here with nothing. I can't bear it anymore. Okoro studied her for a moment, then nodded slowly. Very well. But know this, child, there is a price for everything. Are you willing to pay it? Favour nodded, desperation in her eyes. Yes, I'm willing. Okoro began to chant, his voice low and rhythmic. He picked up a small bottle and handed it to Neka. Take this. Pour a few drops into her drink, and your wish will be granted. But remember, the consequences may be more than you bargained for. Favour returned to the village, her heart heavy with the weight of her decision. The next time Ada visited, Favour invited her over for a meal. As they sat together, laughing and reminiscing, she slipped a few drops of the potion into Ada's drink. Ada drank it, unaware of the dark intentions behind her friend's smile. Within days, strange things began to happen. Ada fell ill, her eyesight deteriorating rapidly. The village was baffled by her sudden ailment. Favour, I don't understand what's happening to me, Ada confided in her, tears streaming down her face. I'm scared. Favour's heart twisted with guilt, but she hid it well. I'm here for you, Ada. We'll figure this out together. Days turned into weeks, and Ada's condition worsened. She became almost completely blind, and her dreams of working abroad seemed to crumble. Favour watched in silence, the reality of her actions weighing heavily on her conscience. One night, unable to bear the guilt any longer, she returned to Okoro's hut. The old man looked at her with knowing eyes. The consequences are unfolding, aren't they? She nodded, tears streaming down her face. I didn't know it would be this bad. Please, Okoro, can you reverse it? Okoro sighed deeply. Every action has its price, Favour. To undo this, you must be willing to face your own punishment. She nodded, desperation in her eyes. I'll do anything. Just make her well again. Okoro began another chant, this time more intense and demanding. He handed Favour another potion. Drink this. It will transfer the ailment from her to you. She hesitated but then drank the potion. Almost immediately, a sharp pain shot through her eyes, and her hearing started to fade. She fell to the ground, writhing in agony. Back in the village, Ada woke up feeling different. The pain in her eyes was gone, and she could see faintly. As the days passed, her hearing slowly returned, much to the astonishment of the villagers. Favour, now partially blind, struggled to come to terms with her new reality. She avoided Ada, unable to face her friend. But Ada, ever compassionate, sought her out. Favour, I don't understand what happened, but I feel like you've been avoiding me, Ada said, her voice filled with concern. She broke down in tears. Ada, I'm so sorry. It was me. I was so jealous of you that I went to Okoro and asked him to strike you with blindness. Ada's eyes widened in shock, but she remained calm. Why, Favour? We were friends. I never wanted you to feel less than me. Favour sobbed. I know. I was blinded by my own insecurities. I paid the price for my actions. I'm so sorry, Ada. Ada hugged her tightly. I forgive you, we all make mistakes. What's important is that we learn from them and become better people. The story of Favour and Ada's reconciliation spread throughout Umidike, becoming a source of inspiration for many. The village, once divided by gossip and envy, began to shift towards a more supportive and united community. The elders often recounted the tale during gatherings, emphasizing the lessons of forgiveness, redemption, and the destructive nature of jealousy. Favour's weaving business flourished, and she employed several village women, teaching them the craft. The income helped many families, and her efforts were recognized by the village chief. One day, the chief called Favour to his home. "Favour, your transformation and dedication to our village have not gone unnoticed. We wish to honor you with a special title for your contributions." She, humbled by the offer, thanked the chief. "It is the least I could do after all the pain I've caused. I am just grateful for the chance to make amends." Several years later, on a particularly warm evening, a letter arrived for Favour. It was from Ada, who had been working abroad. The letter was filled with exciting news. "I have missed you and our village dearly. I am coming home for a special reason. I can't wait to see you and share the news in person." Favour's heart raced with anticipation. She had missed Ada terribly and couldn't wait to reunite with her dear friend. She shared the news with the village, and everyone prepared for Ada's return with joyous enthusiasm. When Ada finally arrived, she was greeted with open arms. She looked radiant and full of life. Favour embraced her tightly, tears of joy streaming down her face. "Ada, it's so good to see you." "It's wonderful to be back, Favour," Ada replied, smiling broadly. "I have something important to tell you. While working abroad, I met some people who are interested in supporting our village. They want to build a clinic here, and they want me to run it." The news was met with cheers and applause from the villagers. A clinic would bring much-needed healthcare to Umudike and improve the lives of everyone. The next few months were a whirlwind of activity as plans for the new clinic were set into motion. Ada took charge, working tirelessly to ensure everything was perfect. Favour and the villagers supported her, contributing their skills and labor. One evening, after a long day of work, Ada and Favour sat by the stream, reminiscing about their childhood and the journey they had been on. "Do you remember our days here, fetching water and dreaming of the future?" Ada asked, her voice soft and nostalgic. Favour nodded, a smile playing on her lips. "I do. Those were simpler times. We've come a long way, haven't we?" "We have," Ada agreed. "And through it all, we've learned so much. I'm grateful for everything, even the difficult times. They've made us stronger." She looked at her friend, admiration shining in her eyes. "You've always been the strong one, Ada. I wouldn't be who I am today without you. And I wouldn't be who I am without you, Favour. We've both grown, and we've done it together," Ada said, squeezing Favour's hand. The day of the clinic's grand opening arrived, and the village was abuzz with excitement. The building stood proudly at the edge of the village, a symbol of hope and progress. Ada had worked miracles, and Favour couldn't have been prouder of her friend. The chief, standing before the gathered crowd, spoke eloquently about the significance of the new clinic and the hard work that had gone into its creation. "We owe a great debt of gratitude to Ada, whose vision and dedication have brought us this gift. And to Favour, whose unwavering support and leadership in our community have been instrumental in making this dream a reality." Ada stepped forward, her eyes shining with emotion. "This clinic is not just my achievement. It belongs to all of us. Together, we've shown what can be accomplished when we support each other. This is just the beginning. There are many more dreams to build." Favour joined Ada, and the two friends embraced amidst applause and cheers. The clinic's doors were opened, and the villagers streamed inside, eager to see the new facility that promised to change their lives. As the clinic became operational, it brought significant changes to Umudike. The villagers received better health care, and the overall well-being of the community improved. Ada's expertise and compassion as a nurse were evident in every patient she treated. Favour continued to thrive with her weaving business, using part of her profits to support the clinic and other community projects. She had found her purpose, and it brought her immense satisfaction. One evening, after a particularly busy day, Ada and Favour sat together in front of Neka's home, watching the sunset. "I couldn't have done any of this without you," Ada said, her voice filled with gratitude. Favour shook her head. "No, Ada. We've done this together. We've always been stronger together." Ada smiled, a tear rolling down her cheek. "Here's to our friendship, Favour. May it continue to grow and inspire others." Favour raised her hand, clasping Ada's. "To friendship, and to the future." As the sun dipped below the horizon, the two friends sat in comfortable silence, the bond between them stronger than ever. They had weathered the storms of jealousy and insecurity, emerging as beacons of hope and resilience for their village.